What's up, guys? It's another beautiful day in Texas. Welcome to back to the channel. And if it's your first time here, welcome. Got an interesting one for you today. There are certain myths that have persisted in the motorcycling community, but majority of which I like to call brotherisms, because they ended up they originated from a lot of the old heads. They're anachronisms of way motorcycles used to be, and we're going to get into it right after the jump. Anyway, myth number one. Motorcycles need to be warmed up before you ride. There was a time that this was true. Motorcycles were far more finicky machines, particularly if we're talking about carbureted bikes. But in the modern era of fuel injection, computer controls, it's far less of an issue now. It's not going to hurt anything if you just want to. Like me personally, when I'm about to go, I'll start my bike and let it run as I'm getting my helmet and gloves and all that on. But if I wanted to, I could just fire it up and go. And so that's just one of those things that comes down to rider choice. But do you have to do this? No. At least not if you have a fairly modern bike. Myth number two. Loud pipes save lives. Well, this one's going to stir the pot. The idea is to make sure that cages see you and therefore don't cause any problems. You should put as loud an exhaust on your bike as possible so they hear you coming. Now, honestly, if you just want a loud exhaust, do it. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not exactly a safety feature. What's going to help you out more in avoiding potentially mortal contact with cages is going to be situational awareness, riding defensively, and just being aware of your surroundings. This was pretty bad gust right there. Because the main thing is noise dampening on cars these days has gotten so good. Even if you're working with a straight piped Harley, you run the risk of them just not hearing you. Not to mention all the other distractions that Class C motorists have in their vehicles these days. So, situational awareness, riding defensively, and investing in good safety gear will go a lot further toward ensuring your continued survival than what exhaust you might have put on your bike. Now, myth number three. Rider aids, ABS, traction control, etc. There are different schools of thought on this. Some claim that if you have a bike that has these, you're not a real rider. You'll never be a real rider because you're letting the bike do all the work for you. And they're those who swear by them. And if we were talking just pure track machines, you know, the first camp might have a point. But ABS is not exactly going to ruin your riding experience. And it has been shown that bikes that are equipped with ABS and other aids are capable of stopping quicker than even a skilled rider working without ABS. So for my money, it's just that nice little bit of extra safety margin to have in case you need it. And the fourth myth, and this one is not just the purview of the brothers. This also pops up pretty often amongst the sport bike crowd. I'm just running down to the store. I don't need to put on my full kit. Just put your gear on. Maybe it's just a 5-minute run down the street to the corner store, but just wear the gear. Because I've seen it plenty of times. Guys they're just making a short errand like that. They're not going to bother with putting on everything, and sure enough, something happens. Just for my money, it's just better to go ahead and do it, you know? And for the fifth and final myth of this video, low speed skills aren't important. The line of thinking is that, well, it's only motorcycle cops that need to know how to do the tight U-turns and all of that. You'll never need that on the road. Well, if you ride on city streets, you're going to spend a whole lot of time going about this speed. Not only that, but the low speed skills, doing U-turns, emergency braking, being able to just pull off turns from a stop. These translate to other skills. And I get it. Practicing in parking lots is boring. It's not exciting. It's not fun. Doesn't make for great social media content if you're into that thing. But just put in the work, put in the practice, and I guarantee you there's a point to it. I mean, better than having to duck walk it and looking like you don't know what you're doing. Well, anyway, that's been the 5 myths of the motorcycle community that, for some reason, managed to persist to this day. If you got any value out of this, feel free to drop a comment below, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. If not, if you thought this sucked, let me know too. Anyway, that's all for today. This is Chain Reaction. Out.